Path Media. I was a minimum wage movie theater usher that made good and became a top earner in my network marketing company. Now, after 16 plus years in the profession, I'm finally teaching myself how to leverage the internet with online marketing and social media marketing to continue to grow and expand my business. My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is day 98, episode 98. Now, I want to start this episode off with a question. Have you ever reached a point in your business where you knew you had to do something different, but you stopped yourself because you didn't know how, and therefore you didn't think that you could, right? Like you tell yourself when you're faced with this new thing that you know you have to do, but you tell yourself, man, I don't know how to do that, so I can't. Right? Happens all the time, whether we're talking about online or offline, old school or new school. We have a tendency to limit ourselves in terms of what we do for our businesses and what we know we need to do based on our own limiting beliefs about our abilities and our know-how. Understand that that's not a precursor to you actually doing the thing. And it's not so much that you can't, it's that you think you can't. Right? It's not so much that you don't know, it's that you think that you can't learn, right? Obviously you have to, right? Like everything that you've done so far in your life, whether it's your career, whether it's your day job, anything, you've had to be brand new at that thing at some given point, but you've learned as you went. So same thing with network marketing, again, whether it's online or offline, but especially online, especially in this new digital age. We don't have this conversation enough, I believe. We're teaching old school skills, and we're not having conversations about developing new school skills and online skills because, well, it's just not something that we talk about, right? Because we don't know how, and therefore we can't, right? So on an individual basis and in the bigger picture, I think this limiting belief continues to happen over and over again. And I really want to break us out of this cycle because you need to do new things, and the only thing that's stopping you from doing those new things and therefore taking your business to the next level is your own limiting belief. So here's some tips, just a few tips that you can use to help you get over these barriers. Because again, you got to do new things, and you've got to start teaching yourself online marketing and internet marketing if you really want to continue building a business, a thriving business in the next 10 to 20 years. One thing is understanding, okay, that not knowing how and therefore not having the ability to is not a legitimate excuse anymore. That's just a limiting belief. That's just you thinking that you can't do it because you think you can't learn it. All right, so that's out the window. Number one is just take it bite size. Again, if we go back to the example of anything else that you're doing in your life currently, you had to have been brand new at it, right? And so you take that one day at a time, piece by piece, and eventually fast forward 5 years into whatever thing that is, into whatever job you might have, and you've developed a level of proficiency in it, right? Same thing with network marketing, online and offline, but especially online, right? Same thing with these online marketing skills. And for me, I think it's really pertinent in the current conversation because I'm on my way to 100 episodes, right? I'm really close to this 100 to finishing out this 100-day journey, at least this chapter. Looking back, when I first started, I was like, I don't know any of this stuff. When I first started looking at internet marketing at the beginning of 2022, I was like, man, this is so completely foreign. I'd been doing business in this one way offline and really gotten good at it that like this is completely foreign, and I didn't want to touch it. But I knew I had to throw myself at it because if I didn't, then my business would not progress forward. So take it bite size at a time, right? It's not going to kill you. Taking that first step is not going to kill you. But as long as you take one small step at a time, you'll learn as you go. And the other thing, of course, is consistency, right? Be willing to take these bite sizes every day so that, you look back 12 months from now. I mean, I look back 100 days ago and like I've made an amazing amount of progress, and I'm learning at an accelerated rate. Like the pace of learning has gone even faster now than it did when I started. So it's an incredibly fun thing to put yourself in. Once you really embrace that stepping into the unknown, again, do it in bite-sized steps. That way, it's more manageable, it's less intimidating, and you're willing to be like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Let me take one more step the next day, and one more step the next day after that, right? That's how you get through a journey of 1,000 miles. The next thing is get a coach, right? Get a coach or get a mentor, a guide, even like, signing up for a program, right? Having that outside source to guide you and to hold your hand will really help, and also give you the perspective that, okay, it's not so much that I can't, it's, it's just my own limiting beliefs about myself. There's people out here, myself included, that believe you are way more capable than you're giving yourself credit for, right? So, seek some kind of, guidance, whether it's within a community, like just to plug our community on Facebook, that's one of the purposes of the Path of the Network Marketer community on Facebook. So if you haven't joined yet, Path of the Network Marketer /groups, Facebook.com/Path of the Network, Facebook.com/groups/Path of the Network Marketer. Anyways, the link will be in the show notes of this episode. But you guys understand, right? Having that outside perspective will give you the confidence, will give you the accountability, will give you the boost that you need to actually stepping into uncharted territory for you. Because one of the coolest things about having a mentor, seeking a proper mentor out or a proper guide or coach, is that they've probably done or gone where you want to go. So they'll have a perspective in what you're going through, and they'll be able to make that journey a little less scary for you, right? So seek out a coach, seek out a mentor, seek out a guide, a program, a group, whatever it happens to be. And as we start building out the community on Facebook, I start building out more resources for you, you can lean on all of this stuff. And of course, just reach out to me directly if you want. I make myself completely available to you. But again, it really helps to have that, to break you out of your limiting belief. I mean, that's the main thing, right? Breaking ourselves out of our limiting beliefs that are really, they're serving us no purpose other than holding, there's no real purpose. It's okay. So getting into the mechanism of the mindset. It's a protective mechanism to keep you feeling safe, but you're not actually being safe because you're not progressing and evolving with the marketplace. We got to progress. We got to move forward. We have to have conversations about online marketing and taking your business and marketing into your own hands, outside of writing a list and speaking to your friends and family. All that is well and good. The other stuff that requires new skills online, even more important. So that's it for today's episode. Hope that makes sense. More to come from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.